If you want to travel back in time and learn about our nation's history, go no farther than Elizabethton. The annual Liberty, the Saga of Sycamore Shoals, is back. New director Tony Devault is joining us, as well as Robert Acuff and Tony Devault. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you.
So appreciate it. Of course, you all are dressed in the appropriate attire, too. Tony, I'll start with you. You're the new director for the show. Tell me a little bit about the story that it is that you all tell.
We tell the story basically of the founding of the state of Tennessee. We start with the first settlers that come over. There was a siege where the Cherokee surrounded people in a fort here right in Elizabethton. Daniel Boone passed through this area. If you go to Nashville, all these buildings and places that are named after Charles and James Robertson and the real founders of the state, they all lived here, and they all passed through here and had a tremendous impact on the history and the beginnings of our state. Yeah,
and so that's what's so great is not only are you learning about the nation's history, but also the state of Tennessee and kind of how it was founded. And tell me a little bit, you guys are now in your second week now of shows. How's it going? Anything kind of new that you all are trying out this year?
Well, we've redone the show a little bit. It's a little bit shorter. It doesn't run quite as late, and we still tell the same story. We just tell it with a little bit different focus. And we've got a wonderful cast. Probably the finest cast we've had in a number of years.
Great.
I always say that because I'm not in it this year. So,
well, you're dressed the part. That's for sure.
Thank you.
And so Danny and Robert, both of you are in the cast. Danny, I'll start with you. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to be a part of Liberty.
Liberty's been going on for 39 years. And with that being said, it used to be the Watauguans. And I've lived in Carter County my whole life. And I've enjoyed going out to see the drama every year. And decided one year I'd want to be part of it. And this is the second year.
That's great.
And we're very excited to show the history of Carter County.
Yeah, it sounds like something that you can learn a lot from. And Robert, actually, you've done just that. You've learned a lot about your family, right?
Right. When we were invited to be part of the cast last year of Liberty, it really piqued my interest because as an eighth-generation Tennessean, I thought all of my folks settled around Maynardville, Tennessee. Well, to come find out, Timothy Acuff, who fought in the Revolutionary War, got a land grant because of that service in Sullivan County.
Wow.
And Acuff Chapel was founded. It was the first United Methodist Church in this part of the country. So it really piqued my interest to know who I am and where I came from.
And so what does it mean for you to be a part of this show and maybe walk in the same footsteps as your ancestors?
Well, I think for all of us that participate, as Danny has said and as Tony has said, it not only showcased the history, how rich it is in the founding of the state of Tennessee, but from the turning point in the Revolutionary War with the Battle of Kings Mountain. Thomas Jefferson said if it wasn't for the Over Mountain men in that battle, we would all be speaking the King's English.
Right.
So it was a turning point in the Revolutionary War.
That's great. So much history right in our backyard. Yeah. Robert, Tony, Danny, thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to go catch Liberty, the Saga of Sycamore Shoals, go now. You have time up until the last weekend of July at Sycamore Shoals State Park.